Today we're breaking down the 2026 spring trends. I'm giving you my opinion of which ones are actually wearable and which ones are not, so that way you don't waste your time, energy, or hard-earned money on things you might regret later. This is my opinion, so feel free to disagree and wear anything that you love, because that's what fashion is all about. When it comes to trends, it is okay for you to say no to any of them or to all of them. But if you feel like there's a trend that can elevate your basic pieces, it's fun and easy for you to incorporate, and that it works with your wardrobe and everyday life, then it's worth learning how to style it. So for the ones that we deem wearable in this video, I'll be doing separate videos in this series for each one, breaking down the style logic behind each trend to show you how to style them in your closet, because trends should look good in your mirror and not just in your social media feed. We're starting off with balloon pants. Can they make you look chic and elevate your outfit? Yes. Can they make you look like you're wearing clown pants? Also yes. I actually recently dipped my toes into this trend. I purchased 2 pairs from Zara and wore one of them in Paris last week. The movement of the pants added elegance, even with sneakers, and the volume created a fun silhouette. Movement is one of the easiest ways to elevate and romanticize a look. I loved that they were very flowy and extremely comfortable. I was able to walk around all day, go sightseeing, go out to eat, shop till I dropped, and they held up beautifully. So, is this a wearable trend? Yes. But it is a bit tricky to style. It is not a one-size-fits-all. The fabric, length, pleats, and the materials, they matter, as well as knowing which tops and shoes to pair them with. So the next video in this series will be focused on how to style balloon pants properly, so you can decide if they deserve some of the precious real estate in your closet. If you're new here, my name is Iraisa and this is Silhouette Styling. I post weekly videos breaking down fashion logic in a way that would actually make getting dressed easier. If you want more tips like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button right now to become part of the Silhouette Squad and finally master your silhouette. Next trend. We're sticking with pants, but we're going the complete opposite side of the spectrum. Cigarette jeans. She's like the middle sister between skinny jeans and straight jeans. These are very Carolyn Bassett Kennedy. We all know she's trending right now. She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. And can a whole person become a fashion trend? Yes. Yes, it can. I still have to watch the Netflix show, so let me know in the comments if it's any good. Cigarette pants work because they're just like CBK style. They're timeless, elongating, and chic, especially in dark denim, which is also currently trending, by the way. So, is this a wearable trend? 1000% yes. If you want to do volume on top and slim on the bottom, this is a great way of doing that. Fringe. There is confidence, and then there is Fringe level confidence, okay? The amount of conviction needed to wear a full-on fringe jacket or a full-on fringe skirt or dress is the level that I aspire to have one day. However, I think an easy way to partake in a trend is through an accessory. So, if you want to try this trend, maybe try it in a shoe or in a handbag. While we're on the topic, did you guys see the new Fringe Fendi Baguette? That's a mouthful. This came up on my feed a couple of days ago, and my jaw has never hit the floor faster in my life. That is fringing done right. I think that bag just speaks to the girl in all of us. But this baguette costs a whopping $30K, which is insane for a baguette, and I love baguettes. But that is Birkin level money right there. Is this a wearable trend? In a bag like this, to a party or girls' night out? Absolutely. But for everyday life? Not so much. So my search for the perfect and affordable Fringe piece continues. Next up, truncated trench coats. I've seen so many of them on my feed lately and I thought, cute, I'll appreciate them from far. You know, it's one of those trends that I thought it probably looks only good in pictures. But last week when I was walking in Paris, there was a girl that passed me wearing one and I almost broke my neck, okay? I'm telling you, I needed a neck brace after that. She looks fabulous, chic, confident. I think some people need to have like a real life LTK link on their forehead or at least on their back so you can just add it to cart. So is this trend wearable? Yes. After seeing it styled in person, I'm gonna have to say yes. Low waist skirts. This is a flat no in my book. Low rise anything are personally a no for me. They only work for very specific body types. They're just not flattering for most women. And when it comes to proportions, they also break the fashion rule of thirds. So, is this a trend that is wearable? I'm a high rise girly through and through, so I will have to say no. Do not waste your money. Next trend, slim sneakers. Listen, I'm down for any trend that prioritizes comfort. Only thing to keep in mind with this one is because they're so slim, you want to make sure you're pairing them with the right volume pieces to balance out proportions so that way you don't break the big slim rule. So is this trend wearable? Yes, I'm always down for a good sneaker. Next up, scarf dressing. I have a personal struggle with this trend because it's always somehow trending one way or another. You know what I think? They're like the Monday for the gym, but for trends. Every time a scarf trend comes around, I'm like, this is it. Monday I'm going to start. This is the season, and each season comes and goes, and I never do it. I never try it. But who knows? Maybe this one is it. Is this one wearable? I think only in an idealistic type of way, at least for me. So I would have to say no for now. Next up, brooches. To be honest, I had never owned one in my life, and never did I think that I would. I used to think they just gave a very old money grandma vibe. Now somehow I have acquired 3 of them in the last 2 months, and I am obsessed. I thrifted 2 Oscar de la Renta ones online, and I bought a Christian Dior one last week in Paris at a vintage shop. When they're thrifted, I just feel like it's owning a piece of history through a jewel. And even if they're new, it just helps to show some personality and a little bit of an extra spark in your outfit. I'm very particular of the ones that I buy, but I think it's slowly becoming an addiction. So you've been warned. Feel free to dabble in it, but don't come at me when you have to go to Brooches Anonymous. I'll probably be the one hosting it. My tip with actually wearing the brooches is just to go for it. Before you walk out the door, just throw it on. Over a jacket, over a coat, over a blazer, knit sweater, doesn't matter. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for a special occasion. Don't let it just collect dust in your drawers. It will bring you a little bit of joy throughout the day and add a spark of interest to your look. So are brooches wearable? Yes, but enter at your own risk. But isn't that the beauty of trends though? It sometimes pushes you to try something new that otherwise you never would have tried. And you might end up loving them and having it become something that is forever now part of your style. Next trend, high Vamp heels. Do these also give grandma vibes? Absolutely. In previous years, I had yet to see a pair that was remotely attractive. Not the sexiest shoes by any means. But as the trend has evolved and become more popular, there are more appealing options coming out. High demand creates options and variety, which is also a plus side of trends sometimes because it helps the brands to redesign and rethink existing pieces and give us better options of a style to choose from. And I'm hearing they're very comfortable. It's like a hug, but for your feet. So I can't believe that I'm saying this, but I might partake. Wearable, yes. Next up, military jackets. Can they look fabulous? Yes. But can you look like Napoleon Bonaparte? Also yes. I think these are good as like vintage finds because due to the structure and the elaborate design of a good military jacket, a new quality one is gonna cost you a pretty penny. And personally, I'm not one to drop a small fortune on a trend piece unless it's life-changing and I know I'm gonna love it and wear it forever. And military jackets brand new, it's gonna cost you. I think this is the trend that would come and go, so I say no to it being wearable. Next up is texture. I love this one. We're seeing a lot of it in bags, boots, shoes, jackets, skirts, you name it. Especially in warm tones. Texture creates depth and interest in your pieces, so your outfit doesn't fall flat. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw my recently thrifted Oscar de la Renta bag. That one is a brown, croc embossed, beautiful bag, and it's vintage, but it's also on trend. And one of the new bags that I bought in Paris is actually all texture, and I am gagging over it. I'll be doing a video soon showing you guys all of the new and vintage stuff that I bought in Paris. So yes, this is a very wearable trend. It elevates any outfit and is very easy to incorporate, especially through accessories. Next up, T-strap heels. I'm not a huge fan of this one. The horizontal strap at the ankle just cuts off the vertical line of your leg and it can make you look stumpy. If you still want to wear this trend, a way around it is to do it with a skin tone color or a similar color to your skin so that way it can minimize the contrast. So it doesn't just cut you off at the ankles. So my personal verdict is not wearable unless it's in very specific colors. Next up, big, circular, almost sad looking sunglasses. Listen, some trends are meant to be met halfway. I can't go the full bug eye look, but I tried this trending style on in Paris and I loved it. But something that I've learned is to not spend hundreds of dollars on sunglass trends because they disappear faster than a man with commitment issues, okay? So what I like to do is to buy more economic options in places like Amazon or in more affordable eyewear brands like Ultra Eyewear. It's a way to commit without feeling like you need a full-on prenup in case you break up. So is this trend wearable? Yes, but in a situationship kind of way, if you know what I mean. Don't spend a lot of money on it unless you think you're going to absolutely love it and wear it forever. Next trend, bold, vibrant colors. Need I say more? Obviously, I love neutrals. They give you more options in your wardrobe since everything goes with everything. However, fashion is also about having fun. And sometimes colorful pieces, they just call out to you. Last week in Paris, I thrifted a bright neon canary yellow Dolce & Gabbana sweater, okay? And I cannot wait to style it this spring. So is this a wearable trend? Yes, but only in accessories like bags or shoes for a pop of color or in a few clothing pieces here and there. Don't go crazy and buy a whole colorful primary colors wardrobe, the majority of your closet should always be neutrals so that the pieces can all work together cohesively. Let's chat in the comments. Let me know which trends you recently tried and how did it go, and which ones you're looking forward to trying out. If you're looking for more style tips, make sure to check out my Silhouette Foundations playlist, in which I break down simple style rules for you. We're building this system together. If you got value out of this video, then let me know by subscribing and joining the Silhouette Squad. This is where we break down fashion logic every week together, so getting dressed actually feels easy. My name is Iraisa, and I'll see you in the next lesson of Silhouette styling.